Hi everyone, I'm Susan with Pigtail Quilting and Stitching. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time, about over a month since I did my last video, and the seasons have changed. In fact, it's quite like fall out, almost fall. It's September 20th, and actually today is my birthday, so I thought what a better time to do a new fall video. So today I'm going to be filming how to decorate with quilts. Just one little part of it, just one room. But I'm going to share with you how I use my quilts in actually all my rooms. But today is going to be kind of a little guest room that I've kind of used as my total 30s room. I also have some of my stitching in there. As you know, kind of everything kind of creeps out of your space, and you have to kind of find new ways to store your supplies. So I'm going to show you a little bit about how I have transitioned some of my flowers from summer to fall. So hope you watch it and maybe even subscribe. But thank you for watching, and so let's get started. So here we are in my little 30s room, and it is also used as a guest room, but I also kind of store some of my cross-stitch things in the closet. But as you can see, I have kind of layered some quilts on my guest bed. And hanging above the bed is the little heart quilt that I talked about that I was going to make in my last video. I just got it back from the quilter, and I also have finished the little scrappy star using the same 2.5 by 4.5 segments, and so I made another complete quilt the exact same size with the same border. Get a little bit closer, not trying to be too shaky. So I just kind of hung it up there. It's not a real big quilt, as you can see. And a friend of mine had made these pillowcases for me, little embroidered ones. And the quilt on the bed is a quilt that my mother had started, and then she gave it to me and I finished it. And then the the double wedding ring that is also on the foot of the bed, my mother did make that for me also. So beside the bed I have a quilt ladder, and I got that at Hobby Lobby. So I hang some of my smaller quilts on the quilt ladder. And in the little enamel tub that was given to me by one of my friends also, I kind of put some of my quilts that are small but kind of all the same fabrics, and I kind of grouped them. There's some pillowcase in there and some little smaller quilts. And then moving around the room, I have a little nightstand that I use. It's just kind of a cabinet, and I use it as a nightstand. And some little paintings on the wall. My son, when he was younger, painted those when he, I think several years ago, he was in grade school when he painted those. And I just have some of my supplies stored in there. I have a Lori Holt stitch card box that I just got, and I have my stitch cards in there, and I'll open that in a little bit. The little cross stitch I did not make, but at one of the estate sales or that I go to, I picked that up. Someone had made that, and I just thought it was just beautiful, so I bought it. As I like collect the little button cards too. And the little hanky that's in the little glass porcelain shoe is tatting. And a friend of mine also gifted me with that. And the stars are kind of origami stars, and there's several YouTube videos you can watch for that. There's Scandinavian stars or different ones, but the fabric stars, there are lots of them on YouTube. And then coming over here, I have a little rocking chair and my little quilted bear that my sister had made for me years ago. And she pieced it and made him, and he's just adorable. Just love him. And then next to it I have a little table. And on the bottom is some pillows that I made out of the leftover 1.5 inch strips, segments that were in the quilt that's hanging over the bed. So I just kind of made them into pillows. There's some pillowcases that were embroidered. And then over in this corner, I have a high chair that I've had for a long time, and I just kind of like to drape a quilt in it. This is kind of like a vintage sunbonnet Sue. It's well worn and kind of faded and very much worn, but I think it's pretty cute. And I kind of like to drape quilts over things like that, or wherever you can. And then this one hung up by my armoire is a trip around the world with reproduction fabrics, and this one has a sawtooth border on it, or prairie points, I guess. That's what it is, prairie points. And I get mixed up here. And then I have a little armoire that I store more quilts in. And the pillow on top is one my sister had made for me. And then I'll open this up without being too shaky. And I have some Muffy Bears, some little vintage, I think those are like little napkins or dresser things that I've gotten. And this little quilt, this Muffy Bear bed is on. Someone I know that's just a beautiful quilter, she kind of has a craft show, and she was selling this up there, and I bought that from her a couple of years ago. It's just beautiful. And I got my little Muffy Bear with these little pajamas on, and then also I have folded up quilts that I've made in this. And I change these out when I change them for the season, or I need one to use in another place. But that is in here. And then I'll move around here, and I kind of will stop filming for a while, and I'll open up the closet. So you can see I opened up the doors of the closet, and what I have done is I've removed some of the closet parts, the hanging parts and the shelves, and moved in these two little dressers. And I got these at Hobby Lobby. I wouldn't say they're dressers, but they're just kind of a cute little extra storage. I had seen these on Kimberly Jolly's stitch tour, and I just thought they were so cute. So I thought, what a great way to be able to store stitching. And in time, I will open the drawers and show you how I organize that, but I'm not going to do that in this video. Here's some more stitching that I found that someone had done and had been at a sale, and I just couldn't pass it up. And I have some more of the little pillows that I made that kind of go with the little heart quilt. So I didn't waste any of it. I used all of it, and it was kind of fun making those. And this little piece of cross stitch here, when I was at an estate sale, I found this, and I thought that it was just recently, and I thought, wouldn't this be fun to frame or make a pillow, because it kind of matched the little hearts that were in the quilt that I just finished. And then here's another little hanky with tatting on it. And another little cross stitch that I had found. Up here is I have, this will be a little baby gift. It's kind of a little quilt and another little tiny quilt for the little pig, and then a little book I picked up on Charlotte's Web, and I thought that'd make a cute little baby gift for a little girl. It's got my little fabric has some little farm animals on it, and I just thought that might be kind of cute. And on this dresser here, I have more of my stitching things in there too. Still kind of trying to get that organized. But also I have some little embroidery cross stitch from long ago that I found at a little sale that someone had made. Another little hanky with the tatting. Little button cards. I love button cards that will have the buttons on them. Another hanky. Some more of the little origami stars. And some needlepoint that I had found earlier. So this is kind of what I did with my closet, and I keep some of my little bags that I can put my cross stitch in and take it places, like a retreat I was just on this weekend. So I kind of, even though this closet isn't used very much, I still could have people guests hang something in it, and but I can use it even when I don't have company, so it kind of serves two purposes. So I'll stop bidding now, and I'll show you what's in the little cabinet by the bed. So this is just on the other side of my little armoire, and it's a double wedding ring quilt that I kind of have, and I kind of have hanging there, and I use a command strip to put the hook on there. And you can kind of see that I just tie these up with these bows that I've kind of made and hang them on, and so it doesn't damage or do anything to your quilts. And then that's another painting that my son did when he was younger. So there you go, you can kind of see. My room, I'll try to get it on an angle. I'll show you the inside of the other cabinet. It was just a little hard to get to, so I'll do that when I show you how I store my threads and cross stitch supplies. And that'll be in another upcoming video. So this is just one room. But you can see how you can get a lot of quilts in a little tiny space. And when I get my little Scrappy Star Lori Holt quilt back, which is actually the same size blocks as his heart, because I did this heart, Scrappy Heart, I will show it to you also, but it's at the quilter right now getting quilted, and it's finished the same way. It still has the same border on it. So when that's finished, I'll put that in this room also. So thanks everyone for watching and all your comments, and I hope that you'll subscribe and check in for next time. Thank you.